Hello, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope community. If you're new to the community, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you do comment, just comment things for our highest vibrational good only. We want to keep this community a safe space. So today, we're just going to be doing a chakra balancing to let go of the past. Let go. So I'm going to be working with black obsidian. We have our crystals laid out just to represent our balancing of our chakras. And we're going to do a prayer, per usual. And we're going to do some Reiki hand symbols to connect us for this connection. So, with your permission, because consent matters, may I say a prayer? It is not a religious prayer. It's a prayer to connect us to our community and our individual healing journeys. May I say a prayer? Okay, sounds good. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for our highest good, please connect us as a community, root us down in our own individual healing journeys. Please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi. Connect us to the archangels, the spirit guides, our spirit animals, our ancestors. Let us do all of this and only let things for our highest vibrational good come up. Everything else we release. And I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, 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 ashe. Let go of the past, y'all. Ashe, 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 ashe. So, if you're feeling particularly weighed down by things of the past, you can use a grounding healing stone to work through all of that. Now, you got to pay attention to your body, okay? And the reason why I say you have to pay attention to your body, sometimes people are weighed down, and if you choose something else that weighs them down, it might be too much for them. To that, I would say, go get you a lighter stone, like a clear quartz, to help you through that. But this, what I'm trying to do here, is just sort through the roots of the past to let it go. The clear quartz will just bring you up. But if you need to just sort through them, straighten them out, let them go, then come up, that is also a passage that we're going to work on. So, let's start here with your root chakra. Okay? That's represented at your base. Just putting my hands up here, just getting an understanding. Okay. Looking to see what's going on here. Okay, get it. Let me do some traditional Reiki hand symbols just to connect us, get us started here. Continue to breathe here. Good job. Okay. 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 Now in Reiki, we start to warm our hands just to activate it. Now, these stones represent our community healing experience right now. So we're focusing on our root. And I'm just being intuitive and paying attention to what I see going on here. So just take a couple of moments. Just take a deep breath. Okay. So I do see this disconnection from the root to the other chakras going upwards. And it just means that that's what we're focusing on today. So right here, this is our root. It's represented by a jasper, a red jasper. And so I'm just going to trace that a little bit. I just want to get an understanding energetically. It's giving me the sensation of like shallow roots. Shallow roots meaning it might be tangled, and so you can't root down as much as you want, or you have the roots in, but with a tangle, when you pull a knot, you're cutting off the supply of nutrients. So let's start to unravel some of that. Okay. So just relax your body, and I want you to be as mendable as possible. Let go of the physicality, the understanding that things are finite. Just let it go, release. You're going to do this by taking 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Okay, exhale. Good job, good job, good job. And I want your feet to be firmly planted on the ground. And as your feet are firmly planted on the ground, I want you to imagine that there's just this beautiful grounding, warm soil underneath your feet. And you feel roots just coming down your feet, going down deep into the soil until you reach some cool, refreshing liquid. Now this is nutrient-rich soil. So as soon as your roots touch that water, you start to feel the rest of the root activated and pulling in those nutrients into your roots. So pulling it up and drinking it up. And what's that going to feel like? It's going to feel like a relaxation, a sensation, a letting go, a grounding. So if you're feeling a heaviness, send that down. You're using that heaviness to fuel your root growth because it's backed up. So just take a couple of breaths, sending that down. Let me work with you here as you're doing that. Just sending that down, sending that down. Feeling that sensation in the bottom of your feet. You feel it on the pads of your feet, your toes, around the edge of your foot, your heel. You feel it in the arch of your foot, slowly climbing up your toenails to the tops of your feet, the knuckles of your feet, the little spaces in between your toes, climbing up the sides to the full top of your foot, climbing up to your ankle, that bone on your ankle, swirling around there. And any heaviness, even if it's all the way at your shoulders, push it down. Use that energy to root yourself down instead of holding on to it. Push it all the way down. So we're rechanneling this energy. It's an energy that is stuck inside of you. So push it down. So it's not that we need to put more energy in you or even take energy out. We just need to get that flow of energy happening in the right way. So I'm going to start signing with the sign of the infinity. It just represents the instant flow or the eternal flow that happens. Pushing that energy down with each breath. You're filling up more, filling up with positive, rejuvenating energy. And every time you exhale, you're letting go and you're pushing that force down your feet, rooting down further and further until you're 50 feet underneath you. Push it down and down and down and down and down. Now this is you on a spiritual level. I meant to say this is you on a physical level. You on a spiritual level is pushing that energy all the way down. And imagine now your roots are glowing. And that then begins to push even deeper. So if you're 100 feet down or further, I want you to imagine your roots are glowing now and they're pushing even further, 200 down, 500 feet down. You're not going to run out of space, let me tell you. And these glowing roots represent your ancestors. And so to unravel your roots, you have to understand the ancestors. The ancestors are the people, the energetic patterns, that you have incarnated in this physical body, as well as the spiritual patterns. So less about the actual physical, who are you from, an intersectional perspective, and more of who is your spirit. Your spirit has jumped into a lot of different types of lineages of people. So those are the two that are showing up as you're rooting down deeply. And you have to make peace with all of it. Some of it is making amends, but on the spiritual journey, you actually make that choice if you say, I want to actually physically do something to make amends. If not, you just pass it and say, I release it. I'm compassionate. I move on. I release it. I'm compassionate. I move on. So every experience that comes up, just continue to go deeper and deeper and say, I release it. I'm compassionate and I move on. Continue to breathe here. Okay, just continue right there. Okay. I'm gonna put this down for a second. And let me just get myself together and pull it down for you. Just pulling it down for you. We're going to speed this process up. Because I don't want you to get caught up with anything or just make yourself feel bad or just feel stuck. Like, I don't know where I'm going. We're just pulling it down. It don't matter where you're going. Just pull it down. 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 For any large roots, we're going to just pull that thing down. Good job. Good job. This is hard work, you all. I'm sweating. But for a good cause, of course. So pulling that down. Now take 5 breaths here. I want you to see how you feel. Okay? That energy should still feel the most around your foot all the way to your ankles. If it's climbed up the rest of your body, that's fine. But that's where our power source is that we're pushing out today. How do you feel? If it brings up any other things that make you feel like, ooh, I don't like this, just continue to push past that region. You might be at a region where you're like, energetically, you're like, I don't like that. Continue to push back deeper. Push those roots down until you hit a spot where you're like, okay, fine. So continue to breathe there. Okay. Couple more. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So let's just see what came up for community. Maybe even a bit, if anyone, you don't have to experience this. Just because I say it, don't feel like you have to experience it. If anyone experienced a shortness of breath, a lightheadedness, a feeling, it's not necessarily negative, it's just a feeling of like, oh, that's literally you walking through a lineage or your past experience. Like, oh man, I remember that from an energetic spiritual level. You don't have to remember it in your mind. That's not necessary. From an energetic level, you walk through it, you're like, oh man, I remember that. Dang. It's okay. You're now at a strong point in your life where you can just release it in peace and not even have to worry about it. All of these things, especially the ones that were not easy, are lessons learned so that you can come forth in this life and be at peace. It literally is just that. You may feel like you need to go in and right some wrongs. That is literally your choice. You don't have to do it, but it's your choice on an energetic level. But the bigger picture, once you spend all your time doing that, the bigger picture is that you move forward now and you live from your highest vibrational experience. You already know all these lessons. Life isn't always about feeling good every moment. that's unrealistic, because the moment that you feel bad, it's like you just get this deep depression because you want it to be happy all the time. And then on the reverse, life is also not supposed to be sad all the time. The moment that you feel happy, you don't believe it. You feel like something bad is around the corner. No, you should feel balanced. Hopefully you're feeling more good than bad, but just feeling balanced. I don't even like to look at my own life as like, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I look at it as, I just want to be at peace. Okay? I just want to be neutral sometimes. I love it when good experiences happen. I don't like it when negative experiences or low vibrational experiences happen, but it happens. You learn a lot from them. But, let me 60% of the time or 70% of the time just be neutral, just be at peace. Just let my energy be at peace. And sometimes that's just what I work towards, just to be able to get what I need from these lessons, but also not to feel weighed down by it. Who wants to walk in their life every day just trying to be 100% in their lessons? It's going to be too heavy. It's too much for the physical body to hold on to. That's essentially what happens when you become a martyr to something. You try to be something or open yourself up to something that your physical body cannot handle, and then the physical body starts breaking down. Now, there are moments in your life where you do that and you get a lot out of it, but living that lifestyle will probably drive you crazy. As you know, on this channel, I'm the first one to tell you, don't try to be a martyr. You can treat yourself well, you can treat others well, you can treat others with respect, but you are doing a disservice to other people if you try to focus on them only and don't focus on yourself. The reason why is that no matter what you do, even if it's beautiful things, if you do not resolve what's going on inside of here, you will project onto people. And sometimes that's how people learn through things, that they project outwards and they work it out there and they are doing wonderful things. But the truth is, if you work inside of here, everything else flows freely. You give to others without the expectation of return. You don't need it. You give overflowing. Your cup is so full, it's runneth over, and you don't need anything back. You want them to take it, have all you want because you worked on this. But if you don't, and you're giving more than what you have, you're always going to eventually have to come back and work on yourself. So just clearing out those roots, clearing out the past, letting it go, and making a decision. I'm going to give you a decision here today. What do you want to do? Do you want to continue to have to pay for mistakes you've done in your past, even this life, those mistakes? If you want to, and you feel like, I'm not going to feel right until I do X, Y, and Z, it's your choice. You can do it. That is the path you're going to go on. You're going to continue to feel the same way you're feeling, but it's the choice you've made, and you can respect that. Just be okay with that. If you choose another path, which is, I'm compassionate towards myself, I forgive everything karmically from the past and in this life, and I move towards this future, then that is a choice too. So you got 2 streets to go. Which one are you going to take? Because this one, you're trying your best to do right by what you feel like you didn't do right by, and you're still going to feel bad. This one, you're going to let go of the past, move forward, and you may have guilt of moving forward. You may not feel worthy. You pick which one you want. It's your choice. Okay? Sometimes you might go through this path, and then when you're ready, you come through this path. But it's up to you. We talk about all the time taking ownership and responsibility for your life. And that's a choice. It is a choice of how you want to go forward. You may not be in control of the way that your body reacts to your choice, feeling sad or just not being able to feel in control or feel fearful. You may not be in control of that at all, but you are in control of the path and the intention of going forward. And every day that you add a little bit more higher vibrational good, do the best you can, helping yourself, grounding yourself down the best you can. You're going to get closer and closer to more confidence, more ease and more peace. Okay, so just continue to move forward. Now again, take 5 deep breaths, rooting down. I want you to pull up that energy into your body. Now you're feeling it in your calves. You're feeling it in your shins. You're feeling it in your knees, your thighs, your bottom, your hip, your tummy, your back, your shoulders, your chest, your center, all your chakras, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, all the way from your fingertips, fingers, fingernails, palms, hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, underarms, all the way up to your neck. Breathing that into your neck. You're bringing all that water and nutrients up to nape of your neck, all the way to your face, your mouth, your teeth, your tongue, your nose, your cheeks, your eyes, your eyebrows, forehead, all the way to the crown of your head, internal into your brain, into your endocrine system, your hormonal systems, your energetic systems, your spiritual systems, your belief systems. Breathe it all in there. Breathe it now past your body to your boundary system, so that you have strong boundaries, so that you're able to be vulnerable in your purpose, but still feel rooted and protected every time you walk into the room, letting that force field be wider and wider and wider, so that any person that enters near your space, they come correct and they understand that you're powerful and you're walking in your purpose. Breathe all of this, and I say this all in the name of I am. Ashe, 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 ashe. We let it go, y'all. You did a fantastic job today. So let's just disconnect. Pull you out, connect you out. I'm gonna do the aura here. Smooth you over. Disconnect myself. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Okay. Fantastic job, family. I cannot wait to see you again. So, if no one has said it to you, I'm going to go ahead and say it to you. I love you. Take care.